Okay,
seems fine.
Honestly,
He
okay,
seems fine.
because
Doesn't
my mom
seem like
says
a
that
big
you're a
deal
slut.
to me. What?
My mom said that you're a slut. That's what happened. She said you were a slut.
What?
Awkward.
Awesome. Didn't expect that to happen at all.
Whoa!
I know. I don't think that. You know that I don't think that.
Does she know about your past?
Had a lot of
at all? Does she know about what like you were like?
Right now we've got Leslie on the phone. Leslie emailed us. It's, well, I'll let Leslie tell it. Leslie, how are you?
Hey, guys, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for agreeing to do the Awkward Tuesday phone call.
Anytime.
Why don't you tell everybody what your issue is?
Okay. So my problem is that I'm getting married really soon in 2 months.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, just kidding. Is that Jubal's eyes?
Thank you.
Oh.
So you're getting married in 2 months.
Yeah, and I have, I have, my bridesmaids and my maid of honor picked. And I was just informed by my mother, who is paying for my entire wedding, that she will not give me a cent if the girl that I chose to be my maid of honor is my maid of honor.
Really?
What?
Why is that?
Well, I mean, I totally don't agree with my mom. She's my best friend, but my mother calls her a harlot. She doesn't.
Oh, she doesn't agree with her lifestyle. She doesn't agree with your friend's
Okay.
lifestyle.
It's a moral
Which
objection.
is ridiculous. I mean, it's completely ridiculous, and I totally don't agree with my mom. I want Taylor to be my maid of honor, but I also can't pay for my wedding. Like, my mother is going to pay for everything, and she's saying that if Taylor's my maid of honor, she won't do it.
So does your mom even okay, so your mom's paying for the whole thing. Obviously, you don't want to pay for it. Who would want to pay for their own wedding? Those things are really expensive.
I can't pay for it. Yeah.
Does your mom even want Taylor there at all? Your friend?
No. Oh, my gosh, no.
But she's willing to have her there if she's not the maid of honor.
Yeah, I think she would tolerate having her there.
I mean, is there something in particular that she has done, like one certain thing, or is it just a general objection to her entire character?
Well, no, she just doesn't. She thinks that because Taylor dates so many guys, that just makes her a whore.
So
Wouldn't
wouldn't like 50% of the men at that wedding not be allowed to? Like,
Oh, I guess the rules are different.
There is
But
an
I
awesome
don't-
awesome double standard when it comes to men and women. I like this one. I think this one tends to work in our favor. But yeah, so your mom doesn't approve of her lifestyle, and you want to know, like, how do you break the news to her?
I have to tell her, obviously, because I need my mother to be for this wedding, but I cannot bring myself to tell her that.
Oh, no.
That's the reason why.
She gonna
I
cry?
just can't. I mean, I'm already gonna hurt her feelings, so I'm just like, it's making me sick to my stomach. I just don't know how to tell her.
Leslie, is there any part of you that would consider having just a small wedding, just if it meant having your best friend there stand up for you?
Yeah, no matter how slutty she is.
Oh, come on, Jubal.
Well, I mean, as much as my mother's being ridiculous, I think it's a situation where if I had a small wedding and Taylor was there, my mother would not be.
Really?
Like, I think it's, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, man, it's you obviously.
Especially if I went against her like this. Like, I don't think it's just the fact that she's paying for it. I think that she's, I know my mother. I mean, as much as she's being completely unreasonable, she's still my mother, and I still love her.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, like I think
rough.
if my parents were to tell me that, I'd be like, screw you then. Yeah, but I've always kind of been like that. I've always done my own thing. Like, if they haven't agreed with lots of my choices.
Yeah, but they didn't have thousands of dollars they were about to get.
If there was money involved, I'd be like, okay, Mom, whatever. Lydia, what would you do if you were in this situation? If you had to tell one of your friends that your mom doesn't, or just take away the rights of being a bridesmaid?
I don't think I could do it. I mean, honestly, Leslie, I see where you're coming from, but if it was my best friend, I think like her being there would be just as important. Like, your friends are your family in a lot of ways, so it would be just as important as having my mom there.
Oh my
It's
God.
so different for guys and girls because for women, you want to be the bridesmaid. They take that on. Guys, no guy ever wants to be part of a wedding party. You don't want to be the best man because you have to plan everything.
And go to the rehearsals.
And you have to pay money for a tuxedo, and you have to do it. You just want to show up to the wedding and get drunk and celebrate your buddy's wedding. You don't want to have any part in the organization. But women, like, that's a big deal for you to be the bridesmaid.
It's a huge honor. You talk about it when you're like young. You don't have the guy picked out. You don't have any of that picked out. But you're like, you're totally gonna be my maid of honor. That's it.
Text in at 78592 that says you should do the bait and switch. You should tell your mom that she's not going to be the maid of honor, and then just switch it day of. Have her be the maid of honor. The wedding's already paid for. Would that go over well?
No.
Just plates being thrown at the wedding.
That would not be okay. It would be huge. It would be horrible. And then Taylor would find out.
Now
I don't want Taylor to find out.
How is your friend going to react? Like, you know her. What's she going to do if you tell her that you're taking away her rights as maid of honor?
Well, I think it depends honestly on what it is that I tell. This is what I need your help with. I need help on what to tell her because if I tell her that my mother is the reason, I think she will flip out. Understandably,
right?
She will flip out, but that's why I just don't want it to be that particular thing that I tell her. I need it to be something else, but I just don't know what. Like,
now your mom's reason that she doesn't want her is because she's dated a bunch of guys or whatever, and your mom feels like she's a woman of loose.
I agree with it. My mother's really traditional. She just doesn't like it. And I can't. Well, first of all, I can't. I mean, I need her to pay for this. I don't have any money. To pay for this wedding. I need her to pay for it.
You just take your mom's issues and make them yours, and just be like, "Look, Taylor, I can't have you," because like we know how you are, Taylor. We know how you are, right? I mean, you know.
Gosh, you guys.
I have no clue how you break it to her.
Riley, I mean, even as a woman, I can't tell you that any other reason would sound less hurtful. I mean, perhaps you could say that there's another friend that you want to, but I don't even feel comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
competition.
I don't know how to help you, Leslie.
All right. Well, if you have, I think, Leslie, if you have any siblings, like a sister or even a brother, just have them do it. Just
that's a good one.
You don't. Yeah, anybody. Just think about, while we're going to play a song, we're going to come back, we're going to call her, and you're going to do the Awkward Tuesday phone call. Think about anybody in your life that you could have fill in that would make it like where she can't complain. You know what I mean? Like Jose even said the dog. Just be like, I love my family dog. Yeah. And I decided that he should probably do it instead of you. All right, we're going to make the Awkward Tuesday phone call right after this. It's time to make the call. Leslie is on the phone. She emailed us because her mom doesn't approve of her maid of honor. And her mom is paying for her entire wedding. So her mom has said, I'm not paying for it as long as Taylor is the maid of honor. I told Leslie what she should do is just think of anybody close to her in her family and then tell Taylor, hey, I thought about it, and, my uncle Chad and I are real close, and I feel like I'm going to have him be like, I'm going to kind of be edgy and have him like be the maid of honor in this one. But you can still be, in the wedding party. Have you thought of anybody, Leslie? I mean, do you even like my idea, first of all? And have you thought of anybody that you could throw in there that would make sense and not make it feel like you're just dropping her from her maid of honor duties?
That would help if you
probably
let
punch
her
up
talk.
the phone line.
Hey.
Leslie, did you hear my question?
Yes, I heard.
What do you think? Have you thought of anybody? Do you even agree with my advice?
Well, no, it's not. No, I would love that. It's just that I don't have brothers or sisters, and my cousins are my bridesmaids already.
Okay.
And also, I just want to make one last plea for honesty. I know that's a really novel thing on this show, but Leslie,
always with the honesty card.
Remember that this is a special day that's supposed to be about love and shouldn't have any of this weird lying stuff attached to it. You should just have people there that matter to you no matter what, even if you have to get married at the courthouse or in an alley somewhere.
The truth sounds so boring, doesn't it?
I know.
So many people texting in at 78592 are saying the same thing, though. Just be honest with her. A lot of people are saying just tell her that your mom's going to fill in as maid of honor instead of her, but that is kind of weird. But, that's sort of along the lines of my advice. Are you ready to give your friend Taylor a call?
No, but yeah.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Man.
Oh, man.
Good luck. You know how this works, Leslie. You start the phone call. We'll jump in at some point, okay?
Okay.